Guys, I think everybody's all sort of still getting over the Ellis Park loss yesterday, the shock loss to the Wallabies, and well done to the Wallabies for doing that. I see there's been in the comments some suggestions that we didn't give credit to the Wallabies. I think we've done quite a bit, maybe not in specific videos, and obviously the focus is always on the Springboks here, but they were exceptional yesterday. Now, there's other videos of you. Of course, yesterday Gavin and I did a hot take at Ellis Park Stadium straight after the game. Gave our views then, and then we went through this morning and we spoke to Nick Mallett and got his views as well. So if you haven't watched those two, please do. And there's also both press conferences are on the channel as well. So feel free to have a look there if you missed all the stuff from yesterday. But talking about what I want to talk about today is the consequences of the loss, because obviously the shock loss not only dented Springbok egos, not only put them behind in their defence of the Rugby Championship with last on the log after this now, after the All Blacks win last night against Argentina, but it also meant they dropped from number 1 in the world rankings. Now, whether that bothers you or not, it's a sense of pride, I suppose, more than anything else. It's I never really know quite how these world rankings work, but the Boks were number 1, the All Blacks were number 2, Ireland was number 3, and they don't really matter other than at World Cup draws. Now, there is a World Cup draw at the end of this year, and that's going to be very important for the Boks as well, going to that. But saying that, they went into 2023 World Cup with a bad draw and a really tough pool of death, and still came out and won the World Cup. So it's not a death sentence, and with the World Cup being expanded with more teams this time around in 2027, I think we're probably going to see that the top 5 teams aren't really going to get bothered until the playoff rounds of the World Cup anyway. So I think that's one of those things that doesn't really bother me too much, although it is never nice. You'd always like that little bit of pride, I suppose, to go through there. So the losses meant they've dropped out of the number 1 spot. Will they get it back if they beat Australia next week? My sense is probably it's going to come down to that Eden Park game, or whatever happens there will sort of cement where they're going to end up for the second part of the year, and of course then obviously the rest of their games as well. But certainly a bit of pride, and another extra headline, another extra talking point. And you can let me know in the comments if you feel that the world rankings do actually mean anything. I know we're all angry. There's a lot of angry comments in the comments of all the videos about how bad the Boks have been. I think we shouldn't lose perspective. It's one game, but it is a bad loss at home and very unexpected as well. So people have got the right to feel upset about that, and I think the Boks know that as well. Rassie said as well last night they're going to have to take the flak for it anyway, because they didn't play as they should. They didn't do their job. But the more in-depth discussion on the game itself is in our talking box thing with Nick Mallett and Gavin and I's hot take last night. But okay, so the All Blacks are number 1, and Scott Robertson didn't even know after his team beat Argentina 41-24 last night. So them and the Wallabies at the top of the Rugby Championship rankings at the moment, and this is what he said when he found out.
The All Blacks are world number 1 again after the Wallabies upset the Springboks. What is that something you've been chasing? Is that something you were well stocking?
It's actually something we just learned because you just told us. It just shows how tough Test footy is and how close it is, and the margins. Argentina were great for a lot of the match tonight. They defended really well. They were really, really passionate. Just like the Springboks were too. And then it can turn on like a moment, discipline, card, great play, 2 or 3 tries and back to back can turn Test matches, and we're pleased with number 1. But our sights will be probably more settled next week's match than rankings.
I think the one thing is true is that there are very small margins in these things as well. So these things can change quite easily, and there's not much to choose from for the top couple of sides. This certainly wasn't the Boks' best performance. They know they've fallen short. They know they've got to rectify that this weekend, and we expect a response from them in Cape Town as well. And hopefully we will see a good response from them and a much more balanced game as well. So let me know what you think about that in terms of the world rankings. Does it mean anything? Do you care? or is it something that you're really upset about? Let me know. Either way, I read all the comments, so it's always good to see. And if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button and obviously give it the thumbs up, like, all that stuff that just helps the channel get into your feed a bit more. And really appreciate all the comments and the support. And thanks, guys, and we'll keep on doing that. Let's hope we have a big week in Cape Town this week for the Springboks. Cheers.